What the hell was that? Hey, hey. There it is. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy. Yeah. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun. Get down on it, dun, dun, dun. Get down on it. Okay. Sorry, everybody. It's your boy. Just chilling. Trying to get all my streams lined up. Get them all lined up in the club. Get them all lined up in the club. All right, anyway. Here we go. Heating up the oil foam. Yeah. 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 Alrighty. Now, I might not be on as long with you guys because I'm trying to make sure I don't get sick at all. And I taking some Zicams and my throat been hurting. So I'm not going to stay on too long with you guys. Plus, of course, I was going to get out of work early today. Okay? Work was a mess. But, hey, your man's made some cheddar, so he can't be that mad. He can't be that mad. But it was a mess. And then, like, the last show I had to do, the last game show I had to do, when they left, there was another group that was, like, just pulling up. And the next group was huge. So I couldn't just leave my people. I couldn't just leave my team like that. Because they needed, I was like, oh, well, let me help them get set up. So I helped them get set up. Let me start recording. Perfect. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Hannibal Callens. We are back for another Comedy Gym sesh. If you get in here, cool. Say a little something. Everybody in Orlando, my bad that I'm getting up in here and it's still late. Because, hey, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I ended up getting home from work late. Got home from work late. Had to talk to my baby. Had to talk to my lady. Had to talk to my baby. And lo and behold, I ended up getting to work. I ended up getting home from work same time as the usual. So I know it's still pretty late in Orlando, out in the East Coast. And sorry about that. I'm still trying to get these early. We'll see, because I don't have my work schedule yet. But I'll see what my work schedule's looking like. I actually am going to have to take my car into the shop tomorrow because it started to... Like, it's been struggling to start up. And, in fact, it didn't start up on the first time I hit that key when I was leaving work. So I'm getting worried. I'm getting worried about old girl. See, sorry. Let me get my spacing. Where are my glasses? Why did I take my glasses off? Here we go. Yeah. So I gotta be real careful. Because Lord knows, I'd be a little bit freaky deaky Also, so here's what we're going to talk about today. Today we're yapping about how I actually went to I saw one of the other comedians in town. She was doing she had a comedy show at Jared's Coffee Shop, which is one of my favorite spots to do comedy in the Valley. But the reason I saw it is because I know they do an open mic on Saturdays. And when I got out of work, I called them to see if maybe they were still doing the mic. They weren't. The mic was already over. But the dude mentioned they had a comedy show. So I said, let me see. I asked them who was running it. They told me it was Kate Burrell. So I reached out to her, asked if I could do a guest spot. And which I would super appreciate. She let me. She let me hop on to the show. And I told her I just need to do 7 because I'm running my set. One of the other guys on that show is in the same competition too. So that's going to be... That I thought was funny. I was like, oh, well, wow. And I didn't know. And I looked at the lineup, too. I was like, oh, I don't think anyone here is on the show. But anyway, y'all might, see? Hear that? My voice going. Guys, drop your voice-saving remedies in the chat. Who do we got? We got somebody on TikTok. I see you in there, Jackson. I see you on TikTok, Jackson. If you're still there, what's up? If you're not familiar with me, my name's Hannibal Cowlins. I do stand-up comedy, done it for 13 years, and now I am in a competition to be the funniest comedian in the Valley. So hang around. I'm working on my set for that. All right. Well, he left. He left. That's all right. Right as I said all that. Who do we got here though? Opie joined. What's happening? What's happening, Opie? I see you. I peep. Listen, everybody, I'm working on my set for the finals of the funniest comedian in the Valley. Now, I'm going to skip through a lot of the background stuff. If you're not familiar with me or if you haven't been here before, I've just been running through it. What I'm doing is, I've got over a decade of stand-up comedy experience, 12 or 13 years. It might be 13 or 14 because I honestly can't remember when I started. But I know I started 2013 or 2014. I thought I started in 14. But apparently one of my closest friends has video evidence of me start doing shows, doing open mics in 13. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting ready for that competition. What's happening? Oh, me. I saw somebody joined on my live. It's me. So, here we go, peeps. Let's talk about it. Now, my big F word. Alrighty, hold on. I'll be right back. It looks like my comedy notebook is downstairs, and I'll need that to talk. Hey everybody, I'm back. Perfect. TikTok. Oh, what's happening? Carlos Bastos. I don't know. I hope I'm saying that right. So Carlos, if you don't know me, I'm Hannibal Cowlins. I do stand-up comedy, and I'm getting ready for a big competition. The funniest comedian in the Valley competition, which is on August 6th. If you're in Arizona, let me know. I'll get you free tickets. Now, I've been doing these comedy gyms, and you might be wondering, oh, what's the value for me? Well, for me, if you like a good laugh, follow me, man. Follow me if you like comedy. I'm going to be posting skits. I'm going to be posting all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff I've done from way in the past, just to provide you guys with valuable entertainment, because that's what you deserve. And if you following me, that's the least I can do, is give y'all quality entertainment. But also, one thing that I know I can provide that not everybody does is some really interesting insight, not just into comedy, but a comedian that's like at the level that I'm at. We only ever see people that are like at the open mics doing terrible jokes about offensive stuff because they haven't really understood, like they haven't really learned how much of the art is involved in that. Or we're watching people that are so big that their journey doesn't really reflect, well, where they are doesn't reflect the journey of how they got there. And if you follow me, you'll get to follow somebody who is not blown up yet, but is ready to. Someone who is skilled enough, is prepared, and has been working for 13 years to get to this point. And see where that goes, what that means, what that look like. You feel me? You feel me? I just realized that the name on my TikTok stream is inaccurate because I don't have 5 days left. I only have 3. This competition is on August 6th, which is this Wednesday. Lord, I hope, I'd make sure, okay. I'm hoping I didn't tell people the wrong date. Because when people come through my job, I'll plug the show. I'll be like, well, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping that I didn't tell people the wrong date. Anyway, here we go. Now, we're going to talk about when I ran my set. So, I've talked to one of the other comics in town who booked this comedy show last night, which is why my hair is different, because half of my jokes, I wish I knew this, I probably would have kept the back ones. Anyway, like the whole middle chunk of my jokes in my 7-minute set are jokes about my hair, but if I'm performing in front of an audience, I at least feel like I would have to have my afro out, otherwise the jokes don't properly connect. So when I got home from work, and this is partly why I didn't do a comedy gym, 1, my voice was hurting, but 2, I was like, oh, I actually need to take my hair out so I can go to the show and run these jokes. Long story short, there was no audience. There was one lady there, and her husband was one of the other dudes on the show. There was a dude that was doing portraits, but like what made it so funny is like you're on stage, right? If you were me on stage, he's sitting at he's standing at a table like this, literally not facing anybody. He's like this doing the portraits, right? Then there was the comics on the show, and somebody dropped out. So it was literally me, Darrell, I think it might be Darrell Johnson. It was me, Darrell, and then this other comic who I can't remember his name, but he's also on the same competition that I am. So bing, bing, bing. That was it. That's all the audience was. Now, we were at Jared's Coffee Shop, and I love going to that place, and those people really, really love my comedy. So it felt cool. When I got on stage and started doing my thing, one of the owners came out from the back to record my set, and then one lady who got food came to sit down. And then like after my set, I'm pretty sure she got right up and went somewhere else. But there wasn't an audience, which means I didn't get the real gauge of time that I wanted. Because I want to run these jokes in front of people that are laughing so I can feel what does this set really feel like. I got a buddy of mine that's doing an open mic tonight, but that's 30 minutes away, and I don't know how long he's doing it. And I run into the same problem. I don't have, my hair isn't out. So if you're here, I am going to run this set, and you let me know if you think these jokes make sense if I don't have my hair out. If you guys think that I could still do the jokes and get a good enough gauge without my afro being out, and the problem to me is I feel like I'd have to explain it, because I got jokes about how, like, I look like I'm from the disco, right? But those are like, how well can those work if you don't look at me and think that, And again, because I could explain that to people, but I feel like it would take away from the laughs and the authentic experience I'm trying to do my testing on. You feel me? Anyway, who do we got right here? Who do we got? We got Cedric James. What's happening, Cedric James? What's happening? Hang around because we're going to run my set. I'm a stand-up comic. I'm getting ready for a big competition. So here's the thing, which I thought was really interesting. Sedge, I ran my set last night at a comedy, just like at a comedy show somebody booked, and it was like, I just asked to do a guest spot, which sounds what it sounds like, guest spot. Hey, can I just come do a spot real quick? I'm trying to get ready for this show, right? But there was no audience. However, said, what we've been working on? We've been working on my transitions, because what we're doing, my 7-minute set is made of these different chunks, right, from like pretty much my hour. But I'm transferring between these chunks in different segments than I normally do. That's been challenging, because it's like, oh, wait a minute. How do I go, it's training my brain to get to jokes differently than I'm used to. What's happening, Odd? What's happening, Audra? Audra. So, when I did my set with the transitions, it came out to, it might still be on my watch. Let's see, what did it come out to, stopwatch? 5 minutes and 47 seconds. That's what my set came out to. That's what my set, I don't know if y'all can see, it doesn't matter. So, hey, I see you're in here. I see you just hopped in here, Dream. Thank goodness. I also got to go through your messages, which I might try to see if I can do while we're on stream. Just to go through, because I haven't had a chance to sit down and read your notes. Which, by the way, Cedric, if you are interested, Cedric, like I said, I do stand-up comedy. I'm getting ready for the finals of the Funniest Comedian in the Valley. I won in the semifinals, and we did a bunch of work together as a team, like working on my 7-minute set to get it perfect for the semifinals. But long story short, my set, I advanced, which is great, but my timing got a little off somewhere, and I ended up still needing what, in my opinion, boiled down to an extra minute and 30 seconds to get all the things I wanted to hit. Why is that bad, Cedric? It's bad because I miscalculated in my head. But why is it good? It's good because that means the stuff I had to cut out of my semifinal set, I can do in the finals. And I'm really confident, Cedric, that if I can bust this out, if I can do my 7-minute set the way that I want it to for the finals, I'm very confident that I will do very well. That's what I'll say. Now, I don't know if you live in Arizona. If you do, I know some of y'all don't. I know that some of y'all don't. I got a bunch of my homeboys and homegirls up in here. If you live in Arizona, Cedric, just give me a heads up. Shoot me a message, and then I'll shoot you the link and the ticket code so you can get free tickets to this show, which is at the Tempe Improv on this Wednesday, August 6th. It's going to be super banger. Side note, I think I told you guys last time, but I'm also booked to headline 2 shows up in, one in Portland and one in Washington at the end of this week too. I still got to, I've been caught up with work and a bunch of stuff. I have to find a feature act for those. Got to find me a feature act. I got a guy in Washington who featured for me last time. But I got to see if I can get him to come back out. And then also, if I can get somebody in Portland, Oregon. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. Oh, now this is the thing, too. I'm glad you're here, Dream. Because like I said, we use those transitions that we talked about. And if you guys want, I'll do the same thing I did with my semifinal set, although I don't really think it's as useful. What I did, Cedric, was I uploaded my semifinal set. Oh, Cedric left. Who do we got? Killer Trunks. What's up, Killer Trunks? I don't know if you were here, but I do stand-up comedy. I'm getting ready for a competition. if you guys want, I'll actually send you. I'll send you the link to my unlisted video for my semifinal set, so you can see what we were going for and how it went. How did it go? When I went to this comedy show last night, long story short, it was good, but there wasn't enough of an audience to get a real gauge. There wasn't enough of an audience to get a gauge of the timing with laughs. But I got up there, I did my thing. I don't even think I threw out any extra stuff. Normally when I'm on stage and it's like, you know, it's getting a little good to me, I will, which is what happened with that roller skate act out. But this time I don't think that happened. So it was cool. I am a little bit beefed. Like, I am a little bit disappointed because I took my hair out so that I'd have the afro for when I do my afro jokes. But then there ended up not really being enough of an audience for that. But it's okay because like I already knew I had to take my hair out anyway. So I'm going to like try to find some way to do it. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. You know it. It is like that sometimes. I do wish that I thought about that because I didn't think about it until I went. And like I said before, Dream, this is what I realized I think is part of the problem. So many of the jokes in that set rely on my afro that if I want to go practice, I think I got to take my hair out. Because how do I get people to laugh at these jokes about me looking like I'm from the disco if I don't look like I'm from the disco? There's probably a little bit of wording I could change to still make those work, but I think that might mess with the data. Like if I go up there and I have to tell people, hey, so I'm getting ready for a competition and normally I have a big afro. Some of these jokes aren't gonna make sense, but imagine that I do. Then do my set. I think I might still get some laughs, but I feel like it might mess with the data a little too much. Now, granted, if I could perform where there was an audience, I don't really know how well it would matter. And I probably could, in theory, go up there with my hair like this and say, oh, I'd be growing my hair out, blah, 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 blah. And again, it's a timing thing, right? But I could say something like, I used to wear an afro. And just because my look screamed young Frederick Douglass, going to Juneteenth, going to white slavery. But, those other jokes are where it's going to get weird. I like my look, right? Because with an afro this big and glasses this thick, no matter the crime, I don't match the description, doesn't make sense if I don't have an afro. I literally thought about buying an afro wig. Just buying a wig that looks like an afro so I could do these jokes without needing to undo my hair. But it's not that big of a problem for anything else other than right now. So does it really matter? You know what I mean? It just sucks that I can't have my hair out as an afro, or at least I put in some thoughts on that. Oh, put in some thoughts on what about my hair? If you did, let me know. But to get back to it, the timing came out. You said there's an idea. Oh, what? Yeah, saying I used to have an afro. And yeah, it's like if I wasn't practicing for this competition, it wouldn't matter. Because I have jokes that aren't about my hair. One that I love to do is about cornrows. Because I say, oh, I used to have cornrows, but I dressed like this. So I looked like the only person going to a business meeting, but it was with the Crips. Like, I love that joke. It's a funny one. It's a silly one. It allows me to do an act out after. But I'm trying to work on this set, and it's like, I wish there was a quick way to get my hair to look like an afro and then quickly put it back. But I don't have that. So I'm kind of... Oh, yeah, and I wouldn't get a wig. It's just like, I saw there's a comedian doing an open mic tonight, and he's one of my buddies. So I'm pretty sure if I asked him nicely, hey, man, could I get a spot? Just let me do 7 minutes so I can practice for the finals. I could. I think I could. It's just, would I get an accurate gauge of it if I can't? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I've been doing that joke for a long time. Yeah, I've been doing that joke for a long time. I forgot because I haven't done it in a while. I think I brought it back when I was in Tucson June 13, 14. When I was featuring, I like threw that joke back in. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of like the thing. And depending on, because I might not stay on with you guys for too long, I want to go out to an open mic, but I just remembered my car has been giving me issues. So I don't even want to risk it driving all the way out there. And I'm going to make this session short too, because my voice is starting to hurt. My voice is starting to hurt. And I got to be careful because on the 6th, I'm doing the finals. I got booked. Well, I reached out to a guy about doing a booking in California on the 7th. I haven't heard back from him though. So it's probably going to fall through. But then on the 8th and the 9th, on the 8th I headline in Washington. On the 9th I headline in Portland. So, excuse me. Didn't mean to do that in front of y'all. You say you should, it's fire. Yeah, I like that joke. And here's the thing too, with us trimming this set the way we are, by cutting down time on the transitions, where we might get enough time that I could throw in an extra little joke. I'm trying to think of what those would be. I would probably be able to throw unemployed back in, because that one typically does really, really well. And maybe where the weed at. Those are two that I really want to get in there. I really want to bring those into this if I can. Oh, I would absolutely not skip the 6th, because that's when the competition is. You feel me? So I'm not going to skip the 6th. But, hey, I think I'll be all right. Oh, and that's why I didn't do a session yesterday, because I was like, oh, I need to give my voice a break. And I do too much at work. I work for game show battle rooms, and I do too much. I have so much fun. But doing a bunch of shows of that and then this. So here's what we're going to do to keep it nice and simple. We're going to go back into my set. You give yourself a break for it. Sorry, the 7th. Yeah, I get what you mean. Now, we're going to just dive in, right? And I'm going to have y'all for a little bit. 7th, yeah. I got to make tea, too. I think I have cough drops downstairs, but I keep forgetting to grab them. Now, we worked on 2 very important transitions. We worked on the transition going from my single stuff into my hair stuff. That I ran and I was really, really proud of when I performed yesterday. Did the same thing with my description joke. Yeah, I did the same thing with that. I like my look, because let's be honest, with an afro this big and glasses this thick, that's actually it right there. Yeah, it's literally that. You know, after White Slave, wake me up before you go. Wake me up. And then go, but I like my look. Because let's be honest, with an afro this big and glasses this thick, no matter the crime, I do not match the description. That's the perfect explanation, of that. Then it goes right into, because this isn't because this ain't a dangerous Negro, right? This a disco Negro, right? And then jive turkey, and I'm doing those jokes, I'm getting carried away because I like them. Now, there's one other transition I really need to practice. And that is going from jive turkey into my love song lyrics. Now, I'm trying to think, how do I normally say it? I go, hands in the air, jive turkeys. That's not going to happen. Right? And I like being in love, because being in love has made me realize that I hate love songs, because the lyrics are ridiculous, right? Bruno Mars, there it is. That's that transition. So now, let's go into those words. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say love song lyrics are crazy. That's all I'm trying to say. But I do think I need to connect it from, to the other stuff, to where I'm going. How do I do that normally? And again, I'm thinking out loud, so we all can be part of the process. Hey, what's up? Oh, Nando. I see you. I see you in there. Oh, what's happening, Oh, Nando? I'm a stand-up comic. Hannibal Collins. I'm getting ready for a competition on the 6th of August. That's what we're doing here. We're working on right now. We're working on the transitions between one topic and going into the other because I use up a lot of time in there and I've only got 7 minutes. So let's go in. How can we optimize that transition? Hands in the air, jive turkeys. It's not happening. It's not happening. Now, hold on. I might be onto something. It feels wordy, but I think it's good. Being in love also showed me love songs are crazy. Why do I think that's good? One of the jokes that I say at the beginning of the set is being in love taught me that being in a relationship is just like buying a house. If you didn't do it in 2008, it's too late. So it's similar phrase, right? Really, it's the same phrase happening again, which I think helps maybe wrap that up. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think there's some magic there that happens that will also solve my transition problem. So, that's an option. Only after falling in love did I realize sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm thinking in my head. Okay, we want to simplify that transition. What is the statement? What are we trying to say? Love song lyrics are crazy. Do I even need to explain that? Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't need to. Hold on. Hands in the air, jive turkeys. That's not happening. That's not happening. Man, and love songs are crazy. Bruno Mars has a song. I don't like saying song that much. Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, no. We're going to, because I just realized I probably need to cut some wording in those jokes too. But let's come back. Let's focus on this transition. Jive turkeys. That's not happening. Man, even love song lyrics are ridiculous. No. Hold on. I don't like that. Because I don't think that's connected properly. I go from talking about how people act about my look. The way I just said it, I don't think properly connects it to the other stuff. It just seems kind of like, oh, feels like we jumped back before the hair stuff. Let's see. Well, okay. Yeah, I think it'll help if I jump a couple jokes back. This ain't a dangerous Negro. This a disco Negro. And I promise, no one's going to get robbed tonight like, ha, hands in the air, jive turkeys. Man. Being in love also taught me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars has a song where he says, I'll catch a grenade for you. Huh? That felt wordy, but it might have been okay. Jive turkeys. Man, being in my love life, no. Hey, my love life has taught me, and I'm working too hard on this. I'm spinning my wheels too hard, burning like a ram. Yeah, it's just a bit. I don't think it matters. And the funny thing is, that's what I've realized the most with these transitions. A lot of the stuff I'm saying doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to explain all this stuff. I just got to get to the joke. My audience isn't dumb. I want things to be smooth, because what do we say? It's supposed to be magic for us. No, it's supposed to be math for us, magic for them. right? So I want it to flow. What am I thinking? 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 I think that sounds good. Which one? See what okay, let's see. Hands in the air, jive turkeys. Man, being in love showed me that love song lyrics are ridiculous. I don't think I need to say lyrics. We get it, love songs. Being in love also showed me that love songs are ridiculous. Right? Bruno Mars has a song where he says, "My brain tells me that's so wordy." Love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said is fine, right? Being in love also taught me that love songs are ridiculous. Right? Bruno Mars said, "I'll catch a grenade for you." What? Then I go into Peanut. Then I go into then I go into Peanut, blah, 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 blah. I know there's some wording that can get cut out of Peanut and out of Grab Somebody. So we're going to go down. Yeah, okay, do we like that transition? I think we do. I think we like that transition. Being in love also taught me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said, "I'd catch a grenade for you." Being in love showed me love songs are ridiculous. And I'll ham that up. I'll play that up. Hey, what's happening, people? Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like that. I like that too. I'm going to try to see if I can get out to an open mic. It's just going to depend on my work schedule. I'm going to see if I can get out to an open mic tomorrow night or Tuesday night and just have my hair out and run it. You know, I'll look. There's a few open mics I know I can get to. Oh, no. I'm doing that. Don't get it twisted. I'm doing the Juneteenth. I'm doing white slavery. What we're working on today is going into these transitions between the jokes so I have more time to do those. We might, because I decided I'm not going out because I got to watch my car, we might run it actually with these new transitions, which is what we did yesterday. We ran it with the new transitions. Oh no, not yesterday, the day before. So we might do that. So are you not doing the, sorry, that's all you said. Here we go. I don't know if you can see me when I'm down here, but I'm down here. I'm just going to write that down. Okay. Here we go. That's going from description. Blah, 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 blah. Jive turkeys. Okay. Jive turkey. And then we go into lyrics. I'm telling you guys, one of these days, two things I'm going to do. I might actually have to get a gaming PC because I realize when I'm gaming, my computer is screaming at me. The fan is going crazy. But what I might do, because I want to get another camera, even if I buy like an old iPhone, but I want to get a camera that I can get a second view from like this, you know, so y'all can see what I write. But then, or get a whiteboard that can stand right here so I can write these words out and we can work together and see the mental process. But here we go. What we're gonna do is write that that transition. What was it? It was love song lyrics. All I said was Love songs are ridiculous. Love songs are ridiculous. Then what was it? It was... Bruno Mars said... ... Perfect. White parts going to be easier and probably cheaper. So are you... Oh, right. I wasn't sure because you added that. And no, we can't see you. Okay. White parts going to be easier, probably cheaper. I don't understand the second one. Thank you for the heads up on the fact that you can't see me. I just realized I just saw myself on my Instagram. Anyway, move that chair out the way. Now, we got that transition. There's one last transition I think can be cleaned up. Oh, I am going to need to work on the wording of these jokes. But right now, let's play with the transitions. Because if I can save time on the transitions and trim the fat, I would rather do that than cut out the wording within the jokes, because that makes it much less likely for there to be slip-ups, stutters, and whatnot. Because I want to preserve the way I do the jokes as much as possible and trim around them as much as I can before I start making those cuts because of what I just said. It'll stop my brain from going, that's not how I tell that, you know. Whiteboard's going to be easier and probably cheaper. You're correct. I just need to get one that can stand here. And that has been challenging. Finding one that can stand here. Because I found a bunch. I even found a music stand. But the music stand was way too low. Hold on, my computer coughing. My computer said he need gas. Perfect. Now, here we go. So let's go, because I want to clean up the wording. Well, that's my last transition. I go from single into my hair. We sped up that transition. We go from white slavery back to hair, which is description. We cleaned up that transition. I like my look because with an afro this big and glasses this thick, I love that, man. That's so much faster. That's so much faster and so much cleaner. And the funny thing about it is that once you find that, it's like, what have I been doing? You know, I don't need to say nothing else other than that. I like my look. Why do you like your look? Because I do not match the description. That's literally it. You know, that's what I'm saying. And the joke is the art in the way that we do it, right? So we figured that transition out. Then we go from Jive Turkey to song lyrics. Jive Turkey, ha, ha, ha. Man, but being in love did teach me, being in love showed me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said, joke. Now, Bruno Mars said, ha blah 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 blah, ha blah blah blah, ha blah 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 blah, ha blah blah blah. If me and my girl go to the park and someone throws a grenade at us, on the off chance, and that day, I think I'm Serena Williams and I hit it back. Someone with the audacity to bring one grenade to the park probably has the future planning to bring two. That joke I'm going to change and make that my punchline. Because the next line is very hit or miss. So if I have to catch a grenade for either of us, we're both dead, is very hit or miss. And I kind of don't know why. I got to figure it out. For some reason, that line doesn't work. And it's not as good as the joke before it. Which means I should just do the joke before it. And then hit that last part bigger. It's probably got the future planning to bring two. Man, Pitbull's song said, there it is. That's what I was about to say next. I was literally about to say that. I was about to say, how do we speed up the setup of the last joke. That's it. It's so funny too because AAVE had the answer. Saying that a person said this when it's a song or an action or something that they clearly did not just say. You know, that speeds that up ridiculously. I'm writing that down right now. Pitbull song said, and I don't have to look ignorant to do that either. You know what I mean? Oh, did realize. I think that's why some of my jokes are hitting different and maybe hitting better, because when I do my ex left me, and she said it's because I'm the type of man you get married to. What I've been playing with, what I've been doing is going, y'all ever been fired from your job because you were good at it? And that is word economy, right? Because I would say, has anyone here been fired from? I can go, y'all ever been fired from your job because you were good at it? Right? It's word economy. And what I'm gonna try to do tonight, especially because I'm probably not gonna go out, I'm gonna grab those like comedy technique things that I did. You know, I posted like 4 of them maybe about a year ago. I'm gonna repost those. I learned from somebody during my agency. We had like a meeting thing, and we talked about how, well, one guy talked about how you got to post every day at 10 a.m. and I was like, okay, I got to reach out to him to figure out what he uses to schedule his content, because that would help me out a lot. If I could just gather a bunch of bits and pop them into a scheduleizer. What's happening? Yo, it's T Slim. What's happening, T Slim? What's happening, T? On TikTok, I see in there Hector. I see a Hector Ventura. 585. Thanks for being here. I'm working on my set for the Funniest Comedian in the Valley finals. The finals! Bink. And then I'm probably going to fix my hair up a little bit. I actually should be putting my hair into like 4 big things. I just still haven't learned how to do a hairstyle that's easy enough to put in and take out, but also looks nice enough that I can wear it to work. You know, that's what I need to learn how to do. And really the key would be if I could learn how to do cornrows, and I just did like 2 big cornrows or 4 cornrows going down my hair, because those would be nice enough I could just wear them to work, you know? Because really my hair shouldn't be out. Afro should be special occasions, because it's bad for your hair if it's out like that. Anyway, side track. Here we go. We got that transition. Oh, that's right. We got Pitbull's song said. Pitbull's song said. And that's great. The amount of time we've probably shaved off is ridiculous. Oh, I do have the video recorded of me doing the set, aiming for 6 minutes. So I just have to go find that footage. And what I would like to do, man, I think this would be cool, is when I do my finals set, I can put it like, you know, try to take these videos and show the progress, you know? But here we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm gonna run the Bruno Mars bit. I'm gonna run grenade and then grab somebody, just to feel them with those transitions. Then we might do the whole thing. It just depends. Yeah, let's see. We might run the whole thing and see where it lands within 6 minutes. But I gotta run these transitions. So here we go. Okay. Job turkeys! Man, hey. Being in love did show me that love songs are ridiculous. Right? Bruno Mars said, "I'd catch a grenade for you." Huh? I'm not even scary enough, right? Well, let's run back. This is something I need to work on because my brain got tripped up. I typically say, I'm the only man I know too afraid to walk himself to the car at night. I could do that joke that way. Plus, I think we're making time. And like I said, I don't want to mess with how I do the jokes because that's going to increase the likelihood of slip-ups. Oh, and don't worry about timing. I got my watch. You don't have to worry about timing. Especially not right now because I'm just running it for the feel. I'm running it for the feel. You feel me? I'm running it for the feel right now. So let me not bother my jokes. I'm not going to bother the actual jokes. I'm focusing on the transitions. That's what I'm focusing on. Okay. Jive turkey. Man, being in love did show me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said, "I'd catch a grenade for you." Huh? Like, I'm the only man I know too scared to walk himself to the car at night. Like, if you see me walking past 6:45 p.m., you need to know I got a pocket full of peanuts. Because if somebody is going to try to rob me, I pray to God he has an allergy. Give me all your money, fool. What? That's a checkmate. Catch a grenade. Man, if me and my girl go to the park and someone throws a grenade at us, on the off chance that on that day I think I'm Serena Williams and I hit it back, someone with the audacity to bring one grenade to the park probably has the future planning to bring two. In fact, Pitbull's song said, "Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do this tonight." Right? But I heard that song and was like, yo, if I follow your instructions, you just told me to grab somebody sexy and tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. For all we know, we ain't gonna get tomorrow. So let's do this tonight. Okay, cut. We're moving out. Here's the thing. That is a reminder that I need to go easy on my voice because I literally need, I need my voice to be in good shape for me to sing. And if I don't sing that, well, it can distract from the quality of the joke, which means I'm definitely got to take it easy tomorrow. But you feel like if I add what? I don't know. Let me know what you mean. If I add what? Oh, yeah, Pitbull's song said, yeah, maybe. But I think I'm going to cut so much time. And I think I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Especially because I'm going to try to not do too much that day. I'm going to try to keep it, take it easy. Take it easy. I try to take it easy. What I will do tonight, I want to get something to eat. I might just go to McDonald's and grab something to eat because there's like a McDonald's real close to the house. And I'm really proud of myself for doing this work. But I might stream games tonight just because I haven't in so long. And I really just want to. But I'm going to try my best to go to bed early tonight. I'm going to try my best to go to bed early. Early. So my body get extra time to recover, you know. Might try to clean the bathtub, take a bath. But I think the two things I'm going to do, eat and drink some tea. Start hitting them cough drops. You crank that cough drop. You crank that cough drop. Yeah, but it sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Now, because I don't feel tired, and sometimes I notice when I feel tired, I start to slip up on my set. Here's what we're going to do to call it a success for today. We're going to run this. We're going to run this set as best as I can. No pressure. We're going to run this set aiming for 6 minutes with the transitions that we've made. And let's see where we land. I speculate we might land around 5:30, which is what I'm hoping for. But we're gonna go for no, joke for joke, bar for bar. We're gonna avoid. Well, I'm gonna try to avoid pausing for laughs, but the pausing in the jokes for the effect I'm gonna keep. But we're gonna try to see if it lands under 6 minutes, joke for joke, bar for bar. For anyone that hasn't been here before, why are we doing that? It's because this competition is 7 minutes. I want to have at least 30 seconds to a minute of time for laughs. And probably time to Wu-Tang. Because I might feel it and I might want to throw in one little joke. I might want to throw in an extra act out. But strategically, we're going for 6 minutes. That way I've got 30 seconds to a minute of time that can be taken for laughs. And that means I won't have to rush it. Unrelated, right? But if I really had some people with me, and if I could practice with some people, I would actually probably have somebody like me the World Series way. I'd probably have somebody, if they could, I'd see if I could get somebody to like me the World Series way. Just so I could get an actual accurate gauge of my time. While I was on stage, and it would be the sneakiest, right? It would be the sneakiest, dirtiest move that I don't think would actually be cheating. But if I could have a person up in the balcony going, here we go, 1 minute, put it solid. Minute 15 seconds, flicker that hoe. I'd be him. I'm sure people, but because that's the thing, they don't like the same way. So, and they said that if you go over time, you get disqualified, but they wasn't as strict on that as they made it seem like they were going to be. From what I saw, for some people, they weren't as strict on that as they said they were going to be. But that ain't none of my business, though. And look, that ain't none of my business. Here's what we are going to do. Especially since you're here, Dream. Mint is supposed to help. Honey and lemon should help. Thank you. I got some tea downstairs. I got honey. Don't think I have lemon. But there's a grocery store right here. If I need anything, I grab it. He want to grab it. Sorry. We're going to run this one time, shooting for 6 minutes. We're going to run this one time, shooting for 6 minutes, joke for joke, bar for bar. There we go. Okay. We're going for 6 minutes, joke for joke, bar for bar, to see how much time we have. I'm going to take it easy on my voice, but I am going to try to do it as, I'm going to try to do it 80% to 90%. Here we go. My name's Hannibal Callens. I just turned 30, and right now I am in love. Thank you. I'm surprised too. Because who's falling in love with Steve Urkel after he joins the Black Panther Party? I'm the only brother between did I do that and the white man did that. Being in love did teach me that being in a relationship is just like buying a house. If you didn't do it in 2008, it's too late. I even had my ex-girlfriend, she broke up with me because she said, I'm the type of man you get married to. Y'all ever been fired from your job because you were good at it? I've never heard, hey, yo, McDonald's had to fire me. I had the ice cream machine working every day. Man, I did realize I started to love myself by growing out my hair. And just because my looks scream young Frederick Douglass, this lady got the nerve to go, ugh, I hate that we have to celebrate Juneteenth now. What? It's the only holiday celebrating the end of slavery. I think it's the only holiday with a good reason. I mean, we've had Toyotathon since 1976. We got a holiday about a rabbit laying chocolate eggs. We got one about a white man who breaks in your house and leaves you presents he had made with immigrant labor. Mardi Gras is just titties, that entire holiday. Mardi Gras is people going, all right, guys, tomorrow we celebrate Jesus. So today, show me your titties. I'll throw you some plastic beads. I think people get uncomfortable with Juneteenth because they think if black people gain power, we'll enslave everybody else. But that's not true. At least the other Negroes haven't told me that yet. But it's not true because slavery is wrong. It doesn't matter who's doing it, and it doesn't matter who they are doing it to. Also, if we enslaved white people, it wouldn't be as good. I mean, the amount of sunscreen alone, you're losing. What? With climate change, you couldn't have anybody working out in the fields. You'd have to have them all in the house day trading. Buy, boy. Sell, boy. Pick my NFTs, Tanner. It's not the same. Honestly, the worst part would have to be the music, right? My ancestors made soulful bangers. I couldn't imagine anybody working to wake me up before you go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo, wake me up. Oh, man. And I like my look, right? Because with an afro this big and glasses this thick, no matter the crime, I do not match the description. Let's be real, this isn't the look of a dangerous Negro. This a disco Negro. No one's gonna get robbed tonight like, ha! Hands in the air, jive turkeys. It's not happening to you, man. Being in love did show me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said, I'll catch a grenade for you. What? Like, I'm the only man I know too scared to walk himself to the car at night. Like, if you see me walking past 6:45 p.m., you need to know I carry a pocket full of peanuts. Because if somebody is going to try to rob me, I pray to God he has an allergy. Give me all your money. What? That's a checkmate where I'm from, baby. Catch a grenade. If me and my lady go to the park and someone throws a grenade at us, on the off chance that on that day I think I'm Serena Williams and I hit it back, someone with the audacity to bring one grenade to the park probably has the future planning to bring two. Man, Pitbull's song said, grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do this tonight. Now, wait a minute. If I follow your instructions, you just told me grab somebody sexy and tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. For all we know, we ain't gonna get tomorrow. Yeah. So let's do this tonight. That sounds like assault to me. And I never met a person who said, oh, grab my peanuts. Ah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hannibal Collins. Peace. Time. Okay. Wow. Oh, I think you're right. Did I say that? I think I said that. Did I say that? I think you're right. I think you're right, Dream. This is also why I should be writing stuff down. I'll have to go back through that video, but it would take forever for me to go back through it. But I think you're right. I think I did say I was going to cut out describing Juneteenth. But I might not need to worry about it because we landed with 15 seconds left to get to 6 minutes. That had all the fixins in it. That had all the fixins for what I wanted. Because I think this set is going to be magical. If I can get that peanut bit, Juneteenth, white slavery, and grab somebody in there, I think with all those, right, and I'm not even worried about the stuff before that, because that's all stuff that works. And my top part doesn't have a lot of editing in it because I always start my set strong and perfectly. You know, like I'm really proud of how I started. The only thing is going from 2008 straight to my ex. But guess what? We have time now. We've got time now. I could throw one more bit in. We're not going to worry about that here today, because I want to go ahead and call it, have a night, give my voice a break. But I probably could fit one more bit into there. It's got to be a bit that does not weigh, because my joke about glasses sometimes hits a little weird. It's a little wonky donkey. And I think it's because there's a way I got to hit it since it's a joke about disabilities. And when I'm like, oh, blah, 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 that's like someone saying, oh, you'd get more girls if you would just ditch the wheelchair. That one can make an audience uncomfortable depending on how loosey-goosey they are before I get there. And I love that one, but I think because that one sometimes doesn't land, it's out for this. It goes out of this 7 because I want this 7 to be all undeniables, which means if I can throw one joke in off the top of my head, the one I want the most is unemployed. That's the one I think I want the most. If I'm going to throw one back in, it might be unemployed. The 2008. Because advice is bad now, too. You can't, I had a dude go, yo, Hannibal, don't ever date a woman that makes more money than you do. Craziest thing I heard from somebody on food stamps. Even my ex, man, she told me, she left me because I'm the type of man you get married to. That's how that would go. If I threw, what I mean. What'd you say, Dream? You said a bunch. You don't need it because everyone knows it already. Yeah, but the trimming fat gives you more time to add good stuff. I thought you were going to cut that. You don't need it. All good. You could add the Crip one back, which is a good one. Now, okay, I might not be able to add the cornrow one because that one takes a lot of explanation for the same reason I need my afro out. Because if I don't have cornrows, I have to make sure we know what they are. Because especially here, not everyone's going to know what cornrows are. So then I have to, or at least I feel like I have to, at least put something to make sure we're all on the same page. But that ends up being a lot of explanation that I make worth it. But, because I go, I used to try different hairstyles, but I used to wear cornrows, which if you're not familiar with cornrows, or what I normally go, and for the white people in here, that means they're tight braids going down your scalp. It's a very cool, powerful, masculine look. The only problem is, they were on me. It's hard to look like a tough guy when you're built like half a Twix bar. Right, the problem too, I had cornrows, but I dressed like this. I was the only person who looked like I was on my way to a business meeting, but it was with the Crips. To me, that's a lot of explaining, that I make worth it, but that's a lot of time that gets ate up. So I would leave the cornrow joke out of here, out of this particular 7, but the rest of that was really good. Now what I need is a place to practice in front of an audience. I got to look at my work schedule tomorrow. Once they drop it, I got to look at my work schedule for tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll let y'all know. Follow me on Instagram if you want to keep joining these comedy gyms. And I'm going to do my best to keep doing them, even after this competition. Because like I said, I got new bits I actually want to work on with you guys. Yeah, I love that one. Half a Twix bar. But I realize it's funny. I'm actually much more built than I think. So I got to be mindful that joke might not work one day. The way that I dress, though, again, it conveys not dangerous or whatever, so that joke still lands. But if I get too jacked, I am going to have to. But that's one of the cool things about comedy. You build your jokes to go with you, to grow with you. So, yeah, I might not do a comedy gym tomorrow. Because I need to try to give my voice a break. It'll definitely depend on what my work schedule's like tomorrow. Normally Mondays are light. There's not a lot of people booking game shows on Monday. Tuesday might be packed, but it's the day before. I really, really, really want to do this in front of an audience before I go up. I really want to do this in front of a good audience. So Monday's tomorrow. If I don't do a comedy gym, I am going to try to do some mic hopping. If my schedule works for it, if I'm not booked late, I'm going to try to do some mic hopping. Go here, do the set. Go somewhere else, do the set. But in order to do that, I got to drop my car off at the mechanic tomorrow so they can figure out why it's starting weird. And then I'm going to be flying out to Portland later in the week, either on the 8th or the 9th, maybe the 7th. I don't really want to go on the 7th because I got to work. But if I go on the 7th, I get to see my lady before I got to do the 8th and the 9th. And I probably help her out with stuff. But anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. I'm going to call it, let y'all go. I'm going to eat, get some tea, let my voice rest. We did great work today. Last thing, to refresh our brains, what did we do today? We won. We ran the set with our all-new transitions. There was one mistake, too. I can't remember where it was. Oh, it was right at the end, because I accidentally slipped into the old way I used to end, grab somebody, which is, I've never met a couple who said, oh, we met from armed robbery. But letting that go because the peanut thing revealed a much better closer. Because I go, I've never flirted with someone new and felt like I should grab my peanuts. Ah! And then I get to do that, which they freaking eat. They love that bit. Ah! Anyway, so what did we do? We worked on new transitions. What new transitions did we make today? Good night. Thank you. What new transitions did we make today? And this is funny. I realize in the future with this video, I'll want to go to the end of it, take this part, and then go back. Anyway, what did we do today? August 3rd. We made new transitions. I made transitions to go from Jive Turkey into my love song lyrics, which was being in love showed me that love songs are ridiculous. Bruno Mars said, then I do peanut and grenade, then I do peanut and grenade. Then I'm like, dude, Pitbull song even said, or whatever, some version of that. Pitbull song said, grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey. We also ran it, and it clocked in with about 15 seconds short of 6 minutes, raw, joke for joke, bar for bar. Talked about the show, all this, that, this. That's what we did today. Great work, team! It's going to be funny. When I get a Netflix special, y'all going to be like, dude, I was there when I was there when he wrote these. It's gonna be funny too, because hey, I get nervous. Last thing I'll say, I want to start going hard on like making my comedy writing content, but I'm scared because I'm worried about like concepts that I want to write getting stolen. But the truth is, I don't think I'm really getting watched like that yet. And two, it might help if that happened. If I write a joke about something and then someone does it, I'm like, dude, that guy stole my joke. And it's like, well, no, he didn't. It's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I go, dude, I have video. This is when I did the joke. This is when I wrote it. So that will at least that'll also protect me from getting accused of joke stealing. Now, granted, I'm not going to write every joke, during a recorded session, but having jokes that I work on during recorded sessions is going to help me protect me from that. So, dude, I wrote this joke like this many people watched, and maybe if I can show that somebody watched you know what I mean? But we don't worry about that. We don't let fear of we don't worry about that, because my challenge is the working. Right. I'm also going to work on my hour. My hour is much simpler, except I have a lot of bits in my hour that are old that I want to rework. Anyway, sorry. I know you're going to get out of here. Let me know when you go through my notes. I will. Thank you. This is just for me. Future reference for my video. What did we do today? We made brand new transitions going from Jive Turkey into Love Song Lyrics, and going from Grenade into Pitbull. We also ran the whole set, and we got it to come out to having 15 seconds short of 6 minutes, which means we clocked it in technically in 5 minutes 45 seconds is what we got it around, prepping to have that 6 minutes, 1 minute of laughs and Wu-Tang time. That's what I'm gonna call it too. That's what it's called now. Time to just play with the jokes. I'm gonna call that Wu-Tang time, because I just tang time sounds good. Just time to Wu-Tang with it. Wu-Tang with it. Wu-Tang time. Alrighty, love you guys. Thanks for being here. Peace. Wu-Tang with it. Wu-Tang with it. Wu-Tang with it now. Wu-Tang with it. Wu-Tang with it. Yeah.